If you decorate the products that you make, we want to show you why we may be a better supplier for your printed color films and papers using our Fusion Transfer technology. 25 years in the making, our specialized process includes custom adhesives, prototyping, CMYK test conversion samples, in-house design and troubleshooting assistance, along with hardware guidance. And oh yeah, we're made in the USA for quality and faster delivery.
In many ways, while it's a traditional heat transfer methodology, our particular application we call Fusion technology.
If your image doesn't stick, then what good is the lowest price? Try Fusion Transfer.
Welcome to C-Digital. We're the image transfer experts.
If you decorate products with logos and graphics, you worry about color and consistency. We have a better solution. Welcome to C-Digital Image Fusion. Now, you can lock your image in place with our dry, eco-friendly toners, as we fuse your image to your product with custom adhesives and protective coatings. Some call it heat transfer, but we call it a smarter way to decorate.
Well, we got 25 years of experience, and the customers appreciate that we can stick to their parts, and they bring us interesting jobs and go, oh yeah, the guys at C-Digital, they'll sort it out. Let's go to those guys first because they're usually the best.
Because Fusion Transfer is the heat transfer for manufacturing. And it's the fusion process that makes it durable, pass the tape test, the scratch test, and last forever.
The advantage of our heat transfers is you can have film or you can have wax transfer, both printed digitally. We can do short to large runs from 20 to 20 million. It's also an excellent way to do prototyping and sampling, whether it's plastic, glass, ceramic, metals. We ship most orders in 2 business days.
We make sure that your image sticks, so we have to match the adhesive and film type to your material. We have 9 different proprietary film types, and we have 37 different adhesives, all of which have been developed over the last 25 years. Some of them are chemical resistant, some of them are freer release than others, some of them are matte finish. There's different properties for each one of the coatings for the film, but they're all on a base polyester. Every customer has its own unique specs. For a glass and ceramics guy, he might need to just pass a wipe test. But if it's going through the dishwasher, it needs to go through the dishwasher hundreds of times and still stay there. That's why our chemist constantly is creating coatings that meet the challenge. Again, this tells you why C-Digital is a better choice to supply your heat transfers.
We started decorating CDs and DVDs, which are plastic. We haven't found a plastic yet that we can't get on. We can do labels up to 11.5 inches wide. We can be infinitely long because we're talking about a roll.
And we like to say it's going from pixels to permanent with our Evercolor toner.
It's a fine powder toner, not an ink. So there's no solvents, there's no mess, no cleanups.
It's instant fusion, so there's no drying time and no cleanup of messy solvents.
Another benefit about heat transfers is the ability to recycle the part without having to remove the label. The plastic part can be reground, remolded, and the label never has to come off prior to that step.
Fusion Transfer comes in Fusion Film or Fusion Paper.
When you think of digital printing, you think of CMYK, but we add a 5th color, white. The white acts as an underlay to the color so the substrate won't change it, or you can just add white print to your graphics.
And the best part is you get full color plus a solid white for the cost of one.
The value that a Fusion Transfer adds to your part is the professional quality image. It's an actual printed on graphic that's permanent, instant drying, full color, high quality, 1200 DPI. You know that edge you get with a decal or label? We eliminate that. The image is integrated into the surface. It's a process that gets the color flowing with no edge showing.
We call it the no label label.
Every good transfer starts with good art, and these guys make questionable art into wonderful art. In here we can take anything from simple JPEGs, even your mom's Christmas picture, from napkin sketch to final art. Will work with anything. And if you don't have art, we'll create it for you. If you give us an idea, we'll design it. We have 3 full-time artists.
We're going to be your best friends because we're going to be with you every step of the way through all the iterations, the fast turns. Because if you're working on a prototype within a product development cycle and you need to put an image or art onto that prototype, we can prep, print, and adhere your image onto your actual product as a prototype in just a couple of days. It's a process that needs guidance, and we can provide that guidance.
We can run sequentially numbered images or different images within a roll without making any changes to your equipment and without giving you any extra setup fees no downtime on your application equipment, no cleanup. Say you want a specific PMS color, but you're uncertain how it'll look in the digital world. We can provide you with your actual artwork sample using one of these machines applied to your part so you can decide if the CMYK is close enough to the PMS color you're looking for. One of the newest offerings at C Digital is our wax transfer. It is a transfer printed on wax-coated paper. This is used in the rigid packaging industry, like 5-gallon pails, F-style containers, food packaging, as well as oil cans, antifreeze. The biggest reason people use wax transfers in this process is you get the no-label look. Because the transfer is applied while the part's still warm, it's typically done at an injection molding facility or a blow molding facility where the part comes right out of the mold, the label's applied, and then palletized for filling at a later time.
So coming off this printer now is the wax transfer for a pail. As you can see, it's quite long. In fact, their average is about 1.5 feet. It is going through an adhesive, it's going up into a dryer oven, then it is being rewound, in this case, onto a core that is already slit and ready to be shipped to the customer.
You know, sometimes heat transfer isn't the best option for you. But we still should talk because we have 55 years of experience in the product imaging transfer business. And we'll guide you in the right direction, whether it's our product or somebody else's. The bottom line is we want to give you the best answer how to put your image on your part. And there's nobody better to do that than us. Because we are the image transfer experts.